crypto is spreading more than ever in Latin America, especially in some topics like remittances.
Yeah.
A lot of people is using for decrease those sending money. It's cheaper to send crypto instead of to send US dollars. Okay,
Hmm.
that's one of the so is increasing the usage of crypto across Latin America. The other thing is people are mining too.
Mm.
They are using miners not only for Bitcoin but other cryptocurrencies. The other thing the people is realizing that this new technology is changing the way we look. There is no necessary to have our money on banks because it's not the only way now.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another freshly minted episode of Fantom Edge. I'm here with a very special guest. He goes by David Ramirez, and he's going to talk about Rezzy, which is second place in the Fantom Hackathon. So, David, how are you today, man?
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm excited. I know we already talked off camera, got to know you a little bit more. For those of you tuning in, David's calling in from Ecuador, so showing some Latin American love, man. So, thank you for being here with me, David.
Thanks
I
to you
guess.
for inviting me.
Of course, man. I guess it's always good to start off by asking, obviously very specific here. What is Rezzy? Can you explain to us what Rezzy is and what the mission and the goal is of your project?
Rezy is basically a tokenization app based on the blockchain, the Fantom blockchain. This application is intended to encourage people to recycle PET bottles because, as you may know, PET bottles is a very polluting material, especially it ends up in the seas, in the rivers, and it pollutes all the environment. So Resi tries to decrease this pollution to the environment, trying to reward to every person that wants to recycle a PET bottle, and they will receive a PET token in exchange.
So I know obviously building something is always a challenge, right? You run into some different obstacles, right? If you will. Can you explain to me, can you walk me through? Because I know you're doing like a hardware version, like with the box, and then obviously implementing it with software with QRs and obviously smart contracts. Can you walk me a little bit through what the process looked like when you submitted the project to the hackathon?
Yes, I have been facing a lot of challenges. The
Mhm.
first one, I think, the most important or the most challenging was to integrate all the components in a box. Okay, this is a prototype, of course, and I decided to use a cardboard box and integrate a touchscreen from an Android device, QR code, hardware QR code reader, and Arduino too, Arduino some kind of boards too, in order to make the a green light turns on every time you are good to go in order to deposit the bottle. So I have to figure out how to make this work together. I think it was the most challenging part. The other part was about the contracts. I have been facing some issues with the contract, with the swapping contract, but hopefully I found a solution in the same GitHub repo of Phantom Foundation, and I tried to make it work. So
Yeah.
it worked really well.
Yeah, so like I told you this before, I told you this off camera. I think you showcase what it takes to build being scrappy, right? Like using the resources that you have at hand and actually piecing things together. So I commend you for that. I want to ask you, now that, you won second place, you have some money, and you're ready
Yes,
to I'm assuming to flourish Rezzy, right? Can you
of
tell us what's the future hold for Rezzy? What's your plan with the money? Is there other plans in the roadmap for you?
Yeah, I think the main objective in a short term is to make this a more fancy thing, a more complex box. I am trying to use recycled materials, of course, in
Yeah.
order to make this box to work better and better components. Make some partnership with some supermarket and convenience stores here in order to allocate these boxes
Yeah.
in these stores, and make the people try to recycle more, because we are recycling very little. So
Yeah.
I think we have to do it more and more efficiently, of course.
Of course. Can you I want you to elaborate on that a little bit more. Can you give us like a sense of what I guess the recycling scene in Latin America? I know you said not just specifically in Ecuador, but in other parts of Latin America. Can you give us a sense of why this is important?
It's pretty important because from Mexico to Argentina,
Mhm,
I think the people should recycle more.
mhm,
This is not happy. It's not like United States or Canada or Europe. People have that culture since they
mhm.
were a child. They have to collaborate with the environment. Not necessary if they have a reward, but mostly in our countries, people like reward in order to do something.
Yeah.
So that's why Rezzy has born. Yeah, they want to reward people for doing what is was not intended to be done for money. It's a very few reward, but I think if you the more you recycle, the more you get, and the
Yeah.
more you help the planet. So I think Latin America in general, across the Latin America, needs more recycling. Of
Yeah.
course, we need to improve it. That.
And what better than to incentivize it, right? To get a little bit of a
Yeah,
tokenization.
yeah. You can exchange this for USD, USDT, or FUSD.
Yeah.
If you use the Phantom network,
Yeah.
you can have stable coins and you can spend it because it's real money. It's
Exactly.
real money. Yeah.
On that topic, the last question I want to ask you is, you've been in crypto for some time, right?
Yep.
This is a very different topic compared to Rezzy, right? I want to get your perspective. How do you think that crypto and blockchain and this Web3 revolution can impact places in Latin America? Whether it's a stable coin, whether it's the technology itself. I know there's a lot of development going on down there, right? There's a lot of different builders building different products. Like what do you think the impact of crypto has for Latin America?
Okay. Crypto is spreading more than ever in Latin America, especially in some topics like remittances.
Yeah.
A lot of people is using for decrease those sending money. It's cheaper to send crypto instead of to send US dollars. Okay,
Hmm.
that's one of the so is increasing the usage of crypto across Latin America. The other thing is people are mining too. They they
Mm.
they are using miners not only for Bitcoin but other cryptocurrencies. The other thing the people is realizing that this new technology is changing the way we look. There is no necessary to have our money on banks because it's not the only way now. You
Mm.
can stake your money on some Phantom has it for sure,
Yeah.
but a lot of blockchains have this capability. So the people is eager to increase the money instead of to save it on the banks. Okay, it's a very small part of the population. I know it by
Yeah.
now, but
Yeah.
I think this will increase during the time. Every year will be increasing. So
Yeah.
I think crypto in Latin America promises a lot.
Yeah.
It's a very
Yeah.
promising future.
I have to agree because, like you said, remittances, right? Sending money to family members, there's a big fee that gets taken out. If I could send it some crypto to your wallet, you get pretty much the whole amount, right? You pay a little bit of fees, whatever it may be, and it is what it is. You complete the transaction. So, but David, that's it for today. I
It's
just want to
very cheap.
thank you. Yeah, yeah, super cheap. I just want to congratulate you once again for obviously thank you so much for participating as part of the Q1 hackathon and getting second place. So for those listening, make sure to check out Rezzy. I'm excited to stay up to date with you, man. If we stay in contact to get more updates, let me know. I would like to see what the progress is with Rezzy, but thank you so much for your
Okay,
time.
thanks. Thanks to you and Phantom Foundation for this invitation. I'm really proud about this. Thank you very much.
Awesome, David. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.